Jen and I were at the Walgreens. We're standing in line at the pharmacy. We'd been running errands the whole day, spending some quality mother-daughter time together. Jen was catching me up on all her wild experiences in Paris. Probably sharing a little too much information with her mom, but hey, I'm fairly hip.
Yes, it can be stressful. I'm not just some head pharmacist at your neighborhood Walgreens. I'm an observant Muslim woman who wears the hijab. And that fact, quite sadly, creates a stir for some in this town. Coupled, of course, by the fact that I am the wife of Imam Mustafa Khan. And whether you support or oppose building a new mosque here in Naperville, my husband has become a bit of a lightning rod. Some have even called him public enemy number one. Imagine a man of religion being spoken of in such a way.
Full disclosure, my husband Charles does not like us going to that particular Walgreens because Ayesha Khan, the wife of my husband's nemesis, happens to work there. And in Charles's warped conspiratorial imagination, Anyway, we're waiting in line to pay for some over-the-counter cough medicine, and there's Ayesha Khan behind the counter, looking stunning and elegant as always. She sees us, and of course me, being the wife of Naperville's leading anti-mosque crusader, we exchange, shall I say, somewhat awkward smiles. I'm sure Ayesha hasn't the slightest idea how ashamed I am of what Charles is doing. Anyway, we approached the cash register, and there hanging on the wall is a photo of Ayesha Khan with the title Head Pharmacist. Nothing unusual about that. But Jen, my dear, darling, not so tactful, occasionally downright insensitive daughter Jen, takes it upon herself to blurt out rather loudly, "Yeah, more like Headscarf Pharmacist." I, of course, wanted to curl up and die right on the spot.
I'm at work. I'm at my pharmacy, in a supposedly safe space, and I am assaulted by the wife of Naperville's #1 hate monger, Emily Baker. Oh, I knew exactly who she was, standing there with that trophy Chinese daughter of hers, whom she trots around like some sort of oriental accessory. The Emily Baker shouted out, in a place of business no less, for everyone to hear, that I am the Headscarf Pharmacist, not the head pharmacist, the Headscarf Pharmacist. Needless to say, all eyes immediately turned to me, including my own staff's. One customer, who I always knew to be very friendly, he started laughing. Of course I'm humiliated. In a matter of seconds, I'd been stripped of all dignity. I mean, isn't that hysterical? The wife of the mayoral candidate making fun of a Muslim woman. Excuse me, Mrs. Baker, did you just insult me?
Mrs. Khan, oh my God, I am so sorry. I'm as mortified as you are. I feel horrible. My daughter, Jen, apologized to Mrs. Khan right this minute. No, say it like you mean it. I will not cover for your offensive behavior 1 minute longer. What? Jen, get back here. Jen!
Blaming your own daughter for your own... You know, Mrs. Baker, even if your daughter did say it, I wonder who she learned such things from. Children do often mimic their parents, no? Then again, I shouldn't be surprised you have an issue with my appearance, seeing you deny me a house of worship. Does my hijab strike terror in your heart, Mrs. Baker? Oh, the Naperville press is sure going to love this one.
Ayesha. May I call you Ayesha?
No.
Mrs. Khan, look, I know you assume that because my husband Charles and because of what just happened that but I'm not. I actually support the building of your mosque. In fact, I am a stalwart ally of Naperville's Muslim community. Trust me, it's caused an enormous amount of tension in my marriage and in my family. Mrs. Khan, I am a huge admirer of your husband. I think Imam Mustafa Khan is a hero, a great civil rights leader for our time. What Jen said, you see, she was living in France and she had this Muslim boyfriend and it didn't turn out well.
So she has a green light to commit hate crimes.
Well, it was hardly a hate crime.
I see. Mrs. Baker, if you're the great ally that you say you are, why is this the first time I'm hearing that the wife of Charles Baker is this town's fearless defender of Muslims?
Why are you attacking me? I'm on your side.
Yes, and with friends like you. If you're here looking for penance, to exercise guilt or perform some act of contrition, I suggest you genuflect in a different direction. I am not your sister confessor, okay? In fact, if you're looking for absolution, go find yourself a priest.
Oh, Mrs. Khan, no. We're Presbyterians. Please hear me out.
How about you hear me out? I think we've heard enough from you and your family.
I am constantly telling people that the Muslims in Naperville, they're not like those people overseas. They're professionals like you, Mrs. Khan. Most of you people have advanced degrees.
And the Muslims overseas are living in the Dark Ages.
No, but if all you know is what you hear on the news, I mean, the Muslim kids, they do well in school, their test scores are high, they stay out of trouble. Muslims don't accrue debt like the rest of us. I'm always pointing that out to people. I mean, you rarely, if ever, see Muslims foreclosing on their mortgages. I'm a PR person. I emphasize all the things we should cherish about our Muslim community. Muslims are good for Naperville.
Right, we're good for your property values. We're good for your median test scores. We're not like the blacks and Mexicans. No, we're the model minority. It's just our religion that's scary. Can you please take your patronizing, offensive talk and your cough medicine elsewhere, Mrs. Baker? Go find yourself some other cause. We have enough problems. Thank you very much. Next!